All right, so look, man, we got another Bob Mortimer reaction. Bro, funny as heck. And it seems like y'all love him on the channel, man. A lot of people keep saying more Bob, more Bob, more Bob. So this is what we got, is more Bob. Make sure you sub to the channel. Make sure you like this video. This is another clip from Would I Lie to You. He said, I once set a fire to my house with a box of fireworks. I think I watched maybe 4 of these so far, and he have not lied, not lied yet. So we hopping straight into it, man. Like I said, sub up, like the video. Let's see if we can get to at least 150 likes. Y'all been cracking the 100 like mark, so I figured I'd raise it 50. Let's see if we can get to 150 likes on this. Let's get into it.
I once set fire to my house with a box of fireworks.
David Mitchell's team.
Was this on purpose?
It was done out of ignorance.
What age were you?
I was somewhere around about 7.
I want to know where you grew up, where a 7-year-old can buy a box of fireworks.
I bought them in the shop near where I lived in Middlesbrough. It was a box for 2 and 6 of standard fireworks. That was the brand.
Standard brand. That sounds exciting. Standard fireworks.
Yeah.
A normal level of excitement will be intended. For a bonfire night, you will forget.
But it says standard, but then it's...
Well, that is standard for a firework.
Yeah.
So you're in your home, and you're 7 or 8 years old.
I'm 7 and I'm on my own, yeah.
On your own?
Yeah, and
What happens?
on one of the fireworks, I think it was the sparklers, it said, not suitable for indoor use. Which, at that age, makes you think, that means they're okay.
Could you just not read the word not when you were obeying?
Did you think not was the brand? Oh, lovely. I love that not brand food. It's not for human consumption.
I know that logic that says, well, people have obviously tried them indoors.
I've discovered they're not suitable.
Yeah.
So therefore, I won't use them indoors because I want to live.
If you look at a big firework, it won't say not suitable for indoors. It's obvious.
Yeah.
Right.
But on the
not
sparklers,
everybody.
they chose to put it on.
So what happened?
I lit the sparkler. The sparks went into the box of fireworks, a standard box, and set them off. And I carried the box of fireworks, now beginning to light, into the kitchen, and I threw them into the kitchen. I thought it would be more suitable.
I think you're right. The kitchen, of all the rooms, is the most suitable for fireworks, isn't it?
Because of the oven, the gas, the stove, there is fire naturally in the kitchen.
Yeah, there's a lot of... And there's more... It's more wipe down.
Yes.
Less cloth.
So what happened then?
They went off in the
What was the sound like?
I mean, if you put it like that, the kitchen might be the best place to set them things off at.
Like, was it bing, wee?
No, these were only standard. And, you know, I remember, as I'm sat here now, wiping the scorch marks off the floor and thinking that my mum's going to kill me.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to be in big trouble. Then I went back into the living room. Unbeknownst to me,
Yeah.
I dropped one. And the living room was completely engulfed in flames.
It sounds to me that if you're on your own at home at 7, your mum's pretty laid back anyway.
She said, son, will you sit here and look after these fireworks? Whilst I go out to the bingo.
So, you lit the sparkler. A spark went into the standard box.
Yes.
The box starts to go... You go, uh-oh, I must get them into the most suitable room for fireworks.
Yes.
The kitchen. No need to go beyond the kitchen to the outdoors.
Yeah. Mum said don't go out.
It's good to know there was at least one rule in your house.
What time of day did all this happen?
This happened mid-afternoon.
Oh, dear, so you didn't really get the benefit of the...
Who put the fire out?
I went to next door where Miss Best lived. She was, bless her, she was about 80. And I knocked on their door and said, my house is on fire. And she said, do you know, I thought it was.
So what happened then?
She called the fire brigade. They fired their water hoses throughout the house.
Yes.
Ruining it.
Even the rooms where there's no fire.
Not ruining it.
Yeah.
You do know that before they put out fires, it's already ruined, don't you?
Lee.
You're making this house all wet. It was lovely and warm before.
And it's the water damage that...
You making this house all wet. Hold on. Yeah.
Because the house...
Is it? Not the fire?
Not the fire. If they would use their boots to put it out... Honestly, the entire house, that's it. I was in a family of 4 children, and we were homeless.
Where? Bob, keep it light.
No, I'm just saying.
Where were all the other kids while you were alone with the fire? Why did you take 3
They
children
were looking
out and
after
leave
fireworks in other people's houses.
So when you say you were homeless, how much of the house did the Inferno claim?
It's gone. Entire
That's
house
what, the
gone.
whole
house gone. Yeah.
The whole house
The whole
burnt
house
down.
burnt down.
So how much did you leave in the living room? The fireworks in the kitchen have only caused a few scorches.
Yeah.
What did you leave in the living room?
And now, don't you feel stupid for saying standard fireworks?
Yeah.
I tell
Not
you,
really.
well,
I think you were stupid for lighting a sparkler indoors.
If you don't know what you dropped in the living room, is there a chance that it's just a coincidence?
No, it could be.
That it might not have been your fault?
That's what I said to the press.
Your fault?
Press? What press? Who did you speak to?
Local press.
Because they came to the house while it was burning?
Yeah, you know, they're their hats on, trilbies, sniffing around.
With those little bits of paper in the notebook? Were they called things like Scoop McLean?
I believe it was called Ron Waffle.
Sorry, Ron Waffle.
It was either him, the other ace reporter on the Gazette was John Caramel. It was one of them two.
Caramel and Waffle.
Honestly.
The question is whether you think Bob has been telling the truth.
Well,
I can't tell. He never lies. And this is actually one of his more believable stories about setting the house on fire as a youth with fireworks. Like, that's one of his more believable stories. His other ones was, I can rip an apple in half with my bare hands and shit like that. If he could do that, he definitely could set the house on fire. I don't know.
I thought it seemed very plausible until we heard about caramel and waffle.
I think he thinks he's telling the truth, but I think what's happened at some point, he's seen a film in which this has happened.
He saw Backdraft.
And is now convinced that it happened to him. I think it's a lie.
Sarah.
I was going to say I want it to be true, but that sounds really horrible. I think it might be true.
Well, I think it's true. I think it's true.
So you're going to go for true?
Yeah.
OK, Bob, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
I was telling the truth.
Oh.
What have he not done? This boy is his own dentist. He's the cockroach king. He can rip an apple in half with his bare hands. And now he just set his whole house on fire at 7 with fireworks. Then he went over to the 80-year-old lady's house next door, got her to call the firefighters. What has he not done? I gotta watch one where he's lying, cause just to see if he's like this convincing. Cause all of them been in truth. So the way he's telling the story is, it seemed made up, but at the end of the day, it's like details where it's like, all right, maybe he couldn't make that part up. I need to see whenever he's actually lying about something to see if he's that convincing as he is when he's telling the truth. Because obviously it's easy to be convincing when you're telling the truth about something. But to have this amount of conviction when you're telling a lie, that's whenever it gets scary. But look, we about to hop into another reaction. So make sure that you sub to the channel. Make sure you like this video. I'll catch y'all on the next one.